I'm not looking forward to this one. This episode starts with Applejack leading the CMC to a run-down old shithole, which is apparently their new clubhouse. So this episode's going to be about them fixing it up, isn't it? No, this has almost nothing to do with the entirety of the episode. The main story starts when Scootaloo finishes drawing a map of Ponyville, and she dashes off, thoroughly convincing me that she is indeed suicidal. When she fails to get herself killed, she ends up at the CMC's clubhouse, which Apple Bloom fixed up all by herself. Then Apple Bloom comments on how good Scootaloo is doing tricks on her scooter. Then we see Sweetie Belle cleaning up while singing a nice tune. The three of them are totally oblivious to their talents, which have just been made blatantly obvious to the audience. Oh my God, did you seriously drop the ball already? 3 minutes in! I'm not going to tell you to remember this scene, because you will anyway. 3 seasons later, and I still do. They're even complimenting each other based on their talents! Sweetie Belle is working on the CMC theme song, and Applejack comes to check up on them. Sweetie Belle is a good singer. Scootaloo, not so much. The three of them are ready to go out into the world and find their special talent. Yes, we are forgetting Call of the Cutie. It never happened. So we have a montage where they try to figure out their talent. They start by feeding pigs, then they make taffy, then they try to do some hairdressing, then they try being psychics, then they try climbing a mountain, then they scuba dive in a lake. Of course nothing works because their talents are singing, construction, and acrobatics. This montage goes on for like 3 minutes, and it gets increasingly frustrating. It worked in Call of the Cutie because the montage didn't go on for more than a minute, and the attempts were so ridiculous that it came off as humorous. Here they're just doing mundane, boring things. They end up at Twilight's house, where she suggests telling them to do things that they like. Shirley is also there for some reason, and suggests that they try out for the school talent show. So they decide that this is the perfect opportunity to discover their talents. Girls, that's not how a talent show works. You're supposed... Oh, never mind. They go off on a tangent, claiming all of the off-the-wall things that they want to do for the show. Twilight interrupts them by saying that they're missing the point. Thank you, Twilight. Oh, by the way, missing the point is still not funny. Then Twilight repeats herself by telling them to do things they enjoy doing or what they're good at. If you excuse me, I'm gonna go bang my head against the wall now. So, Sweetie Belle steals a bunch of supplies from Rarity. See, Rarity? This is what kids do if you don't show them discipline. Then they go around collecting a bunch of random junk, per Sweetie Belle's instruction, and she has absolutely no idea what to do with them. They also take a book from Twilight about demons or something. It's not important. Apparently, they needed to do a song for the talent show. Oh, I get it. Sweetie Belle's gonna sing, Scootaloo is going to do some choreography, and Apple Bloom is gonna make the stage. Wow, you're a lot smarter than I give you Wait, that's not what happens at all, is it? No, Sweetie Belle wants to design the scenery, Scootaloo wants to do the singing, and Apple Bloom wants to do the choreography. They aren't good at it, in the slightest. But they do give each other pointers, which don't help them, in the slightest. This episode hurts me. Do they live in a different reality from me? Don't answer that. But can you please tell me, are they really that stupid? Are they? Yeah, they're kids, and that's just it. Even kids aren't this stupid. Applejack checks up on them and feels sort of the same way I do about this episode. Finally, we get to the talent show, and Snips and Snails are doing a magic show. Oh God, it's Ghostbusters all over again. Go away! Go! Just go! Thank you. So the CMC wait for their turn, and oh God, what are they wearing? It looks like the 80s threw up. Twilight comes up and asks them how they're doing. Hey Twi, can you ask them if they sustained any brain damage lately? 'Cause I'm desperate to know. Twilight says that she can't wait for Sweetie Belle singing, and then it's revealed to her that Scootaloo is going to do the singing, and Twilight has the usual reaction that this episode gives to people. Oh yeah, this episode has a song, and it's off key. I would say that this episode is lucky that songs don't factor into my final ranking, but I don't think I'm surprising anyone when I say that this episode isn't doing very well. Hey, why can't I hear anything? Oh, my ears are bleeding. I'll be back when the song is over. And it ends by the stage crashing and killing them. I'm just kidding, unfortunately. So they get laughed off the stage. I actually think boos are far more fitting, but it turns out that they get awarded the best comedy act, and then they decided that that might be their special talent. One problem though, that wasn't funny! Dear writers of Friendship is Magic, stop using dramatic irony, you're not good at it. When you do, you make your characters look like idiots, and you treat your audience like idiots. My God. This episode is the one that appears on everyone's worst of list. Why? Okay, I said that the episode dropped the ball 3 minutes in. That's when the audience learns what the CMC are good at. but the CMC either don't know or don't care about what is blindingly obvious. This episode also has an accidental moral. Yeah, hi Polsky, I see you over there. This episode says that you should do something you're good at, even if you don't like it, or else everyone will think that you're an idiot. So if you're really good at scooping up shit, then that should be your life's ambition. Any humor this episode has was overshadowed by pure frustration. Even if the scene where we learned what the CMC are good at was removed, this episode just rehashes Call of the Cutie, and it does it so much worse. The only way that this episode could have worked is if they learned what their true talent was at the end. You know, I actually want to see an episode where they get their cutie marks. It could create plenty of drama, especially if one of them gets it first. Wow, I got a fanfiction to write. So did anything good come out of this episode? Anything at all? Yes, actually. It gave me the perfect reaction to it. Honestly, this right here, it sums up the whole episode perfectly. CMC missed the point, headbang! Oh, and the background music, The Crusaders Go Crusading, was pretty good too. It's sad when an episode's only saving grace is a piece of background music. I'm keeping this, by the way.